Welcome back here, 2017 NXL Las Vegas Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Nick Sloviak. So one of the favorites, and as always the favorites, as long as they're playing competitive paintball, San Diego Dynasty going to be taking the field to play AC Dallas, who has, you know what, AC Dallas is such a great story. We talk about all these great stories because they are. AC Dallas, team from Texas, Greg Pauly putting that squad together and really starting to make waves last year. They were kind of all over the place, back and forth. They did take 7th overall, but they took a 10th and a 3rd. Then a 12th, then a 7th, and then a 6th. So they were kind of all over the board, but at the same time, slowly but surely improving their skills. This is a tough league out here, man. No quarter given, none asked for, and they're going to have to play San Diego Dynasty, who is no longer has Oliver Lang on their squad, but they're familiar with that. Oliver's been in and out for the past couple seasons, so not a huge deal with the depth that San Diego Dynasty brings to bear, but they also don't have Dalton Vanderbilt. Dalton getting picked up by Impact, but that's going to give Blake Yarber a chance to shine on the D side, and Blake has just been getting better and better every year that he's been playing. Also, Seattle Thunder, who do not have Mitchell Jordan, which is a big hit to their offensive capabilities. They're taking on a completely rebuilt Ironmen. Barely anyone on the team that was there in the 2016 season. We'll talk about that story as this progresses, but this match is brought to you by Carbon Paintball. Carbon Paintball, they got a whole line of some awesome products. Carbon SC product lines built on minimalistic design with technical manufacturing for optimized performance. Definitely go to www.carbonpaintball.com. Hit them up on social media, hashtag Carbon Paintball. They also have a promotion going on this weekend. Visit Carbon Paintball. Use the promo code NXL Vegas for 15% off store-wide. All right, here we go. First point, San Diego Dynasty, AC Dallas.
Yeah, looks like Brad McCurley, new pickup for AC Dallas. He's going to be the first G of this matchup. So, we talked about Dynasty losing Oliver Lang. He's retiring Dalton Vanderbilt, not adding any players. But on the flip side, AC Dallas lose 3 players. They lose Quentin Johnson to X Factor. They lose Nico Hyde and Devin Stewart to Heat.
Yeah, but they pick up Brad McCurley.
They pick up Brad McCurley, and they pick up Eddie Painter from 187, who folded. And then they pick up Ryan Hall, a player coming up through the AC program. So some nice pickups by AC Dallas. Dynasty on the flip side, just losing 2 bodies, keeping the squad tight and consistent from last year. Not going to add anybody. So 1 body down for AC Dallas. No bodies have dropped for Dynasty. Dynasty doubled up in that tower right there, playing nice and tight.
Yeah, well, Dynasty, they don't have anyone in the snake right now, so they're going to have to stop this aggression with this great field position. You can see there, Brad McCurley at the bottom of your screen. He is past the 50-yard line now in the snake. They also have that center 50 that's hot.
I called Brad as a G earlier, so I apologize. I'm not sure.
I think that is Brad.
They got
also playing
black.
Yeah, they have black
names.
Black names and black numbers. Thanks a lot, AC Dallas.
Well, hey, they're the one team that consistently changing their jersey every event, so we'll see how consistent they keep it. But they are up at the wall. Matt Fuzz Jackson is over here in the snake corner. And I'm not sure, as Dynasty now losing their first ball. Looks like Kyle Spica is going to take the walk.
And it looks like Brad McCurley, he's going to get a faceful. And here comes Ryan Greenspan on the big run through up in that center. And he might be clean. Nope, he's going to get shot as well. But that's a great move by Ryan to take out that aggressive threat. Brad getting shot out of his bunker.
That's
and
Stephen.
Then, is it
Jesse Stevens.
Jesse Stevens, yeah, Jesse Stevens. So Jesse Stevens in the snake there on that first point. Former X Factor player, finally getting his chance to play pro paintball again. And then what a great job by the veterans on San Diego Dynasty. Tyler Harmon over there on the D side, Yosh Rao and Alex Frazier still alive. 3 players left alive for Dynasty to put this first point on the board here against AC Dallas. And at first, Dynasty didn't lose any bodies, but it was not looking good because they didn't take any ground. They allowed AC Dallas to get Stevens past the 50-yard line and also get a body up in that center. So nice work by the vets there on San Diego Dynasty, put the first point on the board. So we're talking about Carbon Paintball here. Here's their new pack. Yep. It's a pretty awesome pack, man. I put it on. It's super snug.
Strapless.
Plus, really a big fan of the guys behind Carbon. Long time. We've known them for a long time, and it's just a really, really good guys, good company. They're trying to make a go of it here and supporting us here on the webcast as well. So definitely head to carbonpaintball.com, and they're running a 15% deal on store-wide on their website, so everything's 15% off. And they make incredibly high-quality gear. That's Carbon's thing. Carbon's thing is all about lightweight but incredibly high quality. So, if you want some of the, these are guys, again, that are used to making paintball products for other companies and decided to do it on their own. Great story. So here we go. Now, I'm really interested to see what the rebuilt Ironman lineup is going to look like. Talking about completely rebuilding a team, Todd Martinez went in there with a wrecking ball and was like, look, if you're not going to be committed and want to win, then you can't play here. And it was made blatantly apparent to everyone on that roster, and they only have a few returning players. Jerry Caro's back, Scott Kemp is back, Bobby Aviles, and of course Mike Paxson. But all those younger guys that were trying to make it on the team that came up from royalty, they're not here anymore. So, and Shane Pestana retired. So this is pretty much as far as the starters are concerned, a pretty much brand new Ironman team.
Yeah, and Shane, it is nice though. Shane is here. He's helping coach the squad.
He can't stay away.
Oh no, there's no way. We're still here too, so we're in the same boat, right? Yeah. So nice move. I think Matt Chim now makes a secondary move up to the wall. I know if I'm looking at the roster for Thunder, there's 2 or 3 guys that aren't here for them. The big one being Mitchell Jordan, who is their standout presence up there at the wall. But like you were saying, stories with both teams, the bigger one being the Ironmen, having a massive tryout, picking up Keith DeWitt, picking up Scotty Graham. Scotty Graham's first spin out here. Not as of yet. I don't think he's out here, but it's his first spin as a pro player. Thunder dropping now a second body. Corey Field. It's Field. He wanted to stress the other day it's not Fields. He said a lot of people have been calling him Fields. So there's no S at the end of my name. Why are people saying that?
I don't think I've ever
called him saying,
Fields.
Are you saying that we say that? I've never said Fields. I mean, you're not.
I've known Corey for like 15 years.
I've never called you.
I may have said Fields like once or twice in that 15-year period. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, Corey. I'm not sure. You tell me.
Yeah, so if Corey, when you come back and rewatch this.
But he's got an easy name not to butcher. So here we go as the Ironmen make a big move. Bobby Aviles runs through and is able to take out Map Chim in that center. Map had a great 2016 season. There are still, even with the lack of Mitchell Jordan, there is a lot of aggression still on Seattle Thunder, as Map Chim had a good year last year, and Gomez was stepping up, and Corey Field's one of the best shots in the business. So, but not having that really tall, aggressive murder machine up in the center could hurt them here for Seattle Thunder. We'll see. The first point going to go to Los Angeles Ironmen. Nice work by Bobby Aviles and Meter Ninos and Greg Sewers.
Yeah, so the veterans on that squad stepping up. Looking to see
30 seconds.
Oh, so there you go. So promo code for the NXL Vegas to go to carbonpaintball.com. Throw that in there. You can see the pack. We've got the pack up here with us on the table.
Yeah, the pack only weighs 1.1 pounds.
I think the pods weigh more than the pack. And these pods aren't even full. So very light pack. Again, www.carbonpaintball.com.
Yeah, it has
promo code.
Yeah, it has an airbag in this thing. It's like the old school Reebok pumps.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like a Reebok pump pack.
So on the breakout, looks like Dynasty losing Ryan Greenspan out of the back center.
So uncharacteristic early death for one of the most consistent guys to ever do it, Ryan Greenspan, taking their early walk. But looks like AC Dallas also going to be losing a body too. No one in the snake for either team. No one even near the snake for either team right now.
Yeah, both teams mirrored up there in that snake tower, playing heads up.
Well, you can see there on your screen though, good penetration, D2 for both squads there on that Dorado side of the field. And as we get a little bit of a closer look at the line right now for AC Dallas. You see that D2's hot, left-hand corner of your screen. And then just kind of dug in, rolling their guns. Both teams playing this point rather conservatively after losing that first body.
Yeah, this is the kind of play we saw out of AC Dallas, right? That slower paintball. Didn't see someone that kind of frustrated me and just commentating like that. I could see these open moves that they would have, and they just wouldn't take them. They decided to, and that's the game plan. I'm all for it, stick to the game plan. But they would sit there and just play consistently tight. On the flip side, Dynasty, man, is a team that I'd say you never know what to expect out of them. With the weapons that they have, even though they've lost 2 bodies and haven't replenished them, still just an amazing arsenal on that team.
They can do it all. They can play. You want to play conservative, tight gunfight paintball with them? They can do that. They can play balls to the wall, flat out aggressive, hardcore pushing paintball. They can do that too. They're as crafty as it gets. They do not have Rusty Glaze here. Rusty Glaze, congratulations to him. Another addition to the Glaze family as his son was born, I think yesterday.
Eli.
Yeah, Eli. So, and it looks like going to be a major penalty assessed on
AC
Dallas. And here comes Kyle Spica.
Don't have to do anything now.
Yeah, everybody's dead because of that penalty. So that is another point on the board here from Dynasty after the kind of a A little bit of a conservative, slow, gunfight-heavy point, but that major penalty put the nail in the coffin, at least in that point here for AC Dallas. So, off to a slow start, but San Diego Dynasty looking like San Diego Dynasty does, not making too many mistakes. I mean, other than Ryan Greenspan getting shot off the break, but hey, you're going to get shot off the break. It's going to happen. You can see it there, and they're definitely pumped up for this one.
Yeah, and that back center, there definitely had some nice shots. You step off the box, you put some great shots back through the windows of the wall into the back center. That's probably what caught Ryan Greenspan. But Dynasty doing a good job of just playing tight and then just winning those gunfights. So they didn't shoot the AC guys on the move. There was that move at the end of the game where the AC player on the Zerto side drew the penalty. Okay, listening to Ryan talk there. Something about the time.
Well, that's what this is, take notes. This is what you're supposed to do. They won the point, but instead of just focusing on the positivity, what is Ryan Greenspan doing? Trying to figure out what went wrong. Even though they won the point and they look pretty good doing it, but he's trying to talk to Spica and figure out, okay, well, what just happened out there? Where did I get shot? And it's that constant process. It's that constant attention to detail that makes teams great, that makes players great. And you have to have that out there. Constant internal criticism all the time. Now, you don't want that criticism to be so harsh that it keeps you from doing what you're supposed to do out there.
No one on Dynasty is like that.
Man, you want to have fun? Go watch a Dynasty practice. It's nothing but big. Well, Oliver's gone now, but it used to just be like a constant bickering match between Ryan and Oliver, and with Alex chirping in, and then Yosh having to be the constant voice of reason for them and getting them to calm down, yell at them when he needs to. But it was always entertaining to watch. I love watching Dynasty practices because it's like a little entertaining carnival of arguments.
100% agree. Got to go out to the Ironmen tryout. Went live there for Go Sports, and Dynasty was out there for one day before they headed out on Sunday to play the UWL, and there were definitely some choice words being said or stuff, but
it's hilarious.
It was fun, and then Todd, always like you said earlier, the axe is always sharp with Todd, making a cut on the spot there at that tryout for one of his Ironman players.
Yeah, cut Toke Hamill.
Yeah,
no Toke Hamill on the Ironman this year, no Vidalich, but they got a lot of stars from other teams that they brought on. They got Meter Ninos, Greg Sewers, Keith DeVitt. It's a rebuilt team, so really looking forward to see how they do this year. They also picked up Bobby Villas last season, so Ironman going to try to make another run, one of the most storied and legendary teams in the game, up by 1 against Thunder. We saw a lot out of Thunder last year as they got better and better, taking 11th overall, but it was another story. It was kind of not similar to Boom, and this Thunder looked a lot better than Boom overall, but they were just giving really good teams really games, a ton of overtime games. So yeah, heading into this year, it was a situation where it's tough to hear that they lost Mitchell Jordan, because he was just I really felt a huge aggressive presence for them.
Well, I mean, look at on the screen right now, Thunder up there at the wall. Going back to those overtime points, all 4 of their games at World Cup went to overtime, and one went to double overtime, where Corey Field ended up losing due to a little technicality there to Jacob Edwards to give that swing point in a one-on-one. But Thunder is steadily progressing, and yeah, it is sad that they have a couple roster changes going to this first event, but who knows? Just like, hey, Oliver retiring, yeah, sure, he'll play paintball again. Does that mean we won't see Mitchell Jordan later in the season? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I venture to say he'll be back out here playing with Thunder. You see Mike Paxton right there. Up in that center tower. Here comes a move through the middle. Is that Bobby Avila's launching. He's going to take out the wall player and stay alive. Then he gets taken out. So nice job by Bobby.
Well, that's 2 points in a row that Bobby Avilas has played the executioner up in that center. But that's not surprising. Bobby's game is built on timing. That's what Bobby excels in. Yeah, he's a good gunfighter. He's not the quickest guy out there, but he's not slow. But he uses his timing to make those big moves and try to crack games open. He's also good at pulling off low body situations. It's just a really good pickup for the LA Ironmen. Unfortunately, they do lose another body, and now that's going to, well, I was going to allow Thunder to get in this snake, but he gets shot out trying to make a move in there. So Mikey Liu, he takes the walk, and there was Alan Golding for the Ironmen, who was coming over from Breakout Spa, one of the best players in Europe, picked up by Todd Martinez, because Todd coached him last season and realized, hey, this guy's a weapon. I need to get this guy on my team in America, and that's what they did, and Die willing to fly him out. So And it looks like the Ironmen are going to win another point here. Greg Sewers alive again on that D side of the field, and that is why they picked up Sewers.
Man,
play that D side. Play the one on that side.
Yeah, what a close point. You know, Mikey Liu, it was a nice move by Allen to get out to the snake corner, but he gets taken on the inside, and then Mike Paxton shovels his way up to the wall. He takes out Mikey Liu, who falls asleep on him. Corey Field shoots Mike Paxton, making his way up to the center, and then loses a one-on-one to Greg Sewers. So, you know, good fight here out of both teams. Thunder definitely in this. You know, losing.
Yeah, and there's Todd Martinez and one of the longest-running veterans in pro paintball, Mike Paxton. Big 55.
Doesn't look a day over 23. Of course, he's not 55 years old. But
A little jealous because he still doesn't have any gray in his beard.
we'll have to get him over here and check him out.
Yeah, also probably the last guy that if you want to see some funny videos at practice, go watch the Mexican standoffs that the Ironmen initiate their guys with. But, you know, it's talking about Mike Paxton. He's the last guy I would ever want to do a Mexican standoff with, other than maybe Chris Lasoya. So it looks like now both teams losing a body. 2 bodies have dropped off for San Diego Dynasty. They lose Greenspan early again. That's 2 early deaths for Greenspan in a row, and Tyler Harmon.
Yeah.
Just 3 players, Nick, left alive for them.
Yeah, and AC Dallas was forced to start down a body because of that major penalty at the end. So not a bad job by AC to bring it back to even bodies, 3-on-3. See a little move being made out there by John Jackson. That's his brother Matt Jackson in that snake tower. He's playing heads up, John.
Ooh, looks like Yosh. Sorry to interrupt, Nick.
Yeah,
but it looks like Yosh is taking the walk as well. Looks like he might have lost a gunfight. Uncharacteristic early death from both Greenspan and Rao.
So 3-on-2 in favor of AC Dallas. You can see the last 2 remaining players for Dynasty there on your screen.
Yeah, Brandon Short out there with Alex Frazier.
I think Alex Frazier's rocking the sock.
Yeah,
bringing it back.
Rocking his 1996 sock beanie.
So TJ Danner going to make his move up from the 3-1 into the 3-2. He's got John Jackson behind him. Matt Jackson reloading right now. I'm not sure if they know.
Do you think AC knows the count right
That's
now?
what I was about to say. You know, I hear Matt Jackson talking. He called out a bunker. I'm not sure, though. They might think it's a 3-on-3. Just waiting for if Danner can get a little bit farther, you know, a little more penetration there on the judo side. He's going to have a good shot in the back of Alex Frazier. Alex Frazier playing nice and tight in that
finally gets into D1. And there is the Dynasty line just locked in with just 2 bodies left alive here.
Yeah, that's a good move now by Matt Jackson.
Yeah, it's good. I think that once they get up the field a little bit, they'll finally get a little bit better count, as it's just Brandon Short and Alex Frazier left alive. Brandon Short in the stand-up tower.
Yeah, Matt Jackson, if he can get a shot, well, put some pressure on Alex Frazier crossfield, as Brandon Short gets taken out. So just Alex Frazier left alive. He's going to just take off and launch. I don't see anyone. Yeah, so he might have traded out with TJ. I can't tell, but he definitely gets shot. But that leaves both. Yeah, he does trade out with TJ. So Frazier gets 1, but unfortunately there's the Jackson brothers left alive. Going to go in there and put the first point on the board for AC Dallas. So not a bad job there by AC Dallas, starting down a body on the break. Evening it up. You know, Ryan Greenspan, like you said, say two points in a row now. The early death, and then Tyler Harmon. I think he headed up to the wall in the break, and he got taken out. So nice job by AC Dallas to fight back and get that point on the board. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left to go.
Well, this is what you want to do if you're AC Dallas. You don't want to come into the first event of the year, the first game, and get a slow start against San Diego Dynasty.
Absolutely not.
So for them to, like you just broke that point down, for them to put this one on the board, their first point of the 2017 season, keep this a 1-point match, that's exactly what you wanted to see if you're an AC Dallas fan. Especially, again, you know, when you're talking about one of the questions, I think, too, because it is the first event of the season and so many of these teams have been either rebuilt, picked up a lot of guys, lost some guys, a mixture of both, is who is able to get it together the quickest in the offseason with these big moves. And that's what we're going to find out here this year. Or not, well, this year overall, but this event particularly. So now Thunder down by 2 against the Ironmen. 11 minutes, 18 seconds to go. And on the breakout, looks like a aggressive breakout for both teams up the center. Keith DeVitt, he's getting a spin. And he was picked up pretty much specifically to play that wall. He also can play on the D side. Big guy.
And look at this, a little tactical retreat there by Thunder to go up to the wall. I think he bumped it a little bit to let Keith know that he was there, and then he makes the retreat to the tower, and he's playing inside. So So that's Keith DeVitt of the Ironmen on your left, playing towards Dorito side, looking through the wall. There is a player in the Dorito 2 for Thunder.
Bobby Avilas fills out to the back corner, bunker on the D side of the field. Ironman with a good cross-field spread. Still 5 alive, attacking on the D side, getting a body into D3. Ooh, but he loses that gunfight. I think Sewers might have actually got shot making that move.
Yeah, I think that was Gomez shooting crossfield from the tower, shooting Sewers.
Yeah, so Greg, he takes the walk. 4 bodies left alive for the Ironman.
And look at this, Gomez now making his way back up to the wall. If he comes through it and takes out Keith, that's going to open up stuff, and he does. So nice trade out there by Gomez to take out Keith DeVitt. That's going to open up, I think that's Mikey Lou over there in the Dorito 2.
Well, that's what they need out of Gomez. You know, Gomez had some really good points in a couple good games for Thunder last year to start making a name for himself, and with the loss of Jordan here, no Mitchell Jordan again for them if you're just tuning in, he needs to pick it up, and that's exactly what you want to see out of Gomez.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Thunder, they lose 2 bodies right now. Corey Field out of the back Thunder and their Dorito presence, so Matt Chim fills out that side. But the Ironman now losing a body on the Dorito side as well, so looks to be a 3-on-2 in favor of the Ironman. As Ninos loses his loader and scrambles into the snake, he's going to have to go back and pick that up. Excuse me, Alan
Golding. Yeah, Ninos behind Golding right now, and it's going to be Ninos and Golding that need to step up and produce some kills real quick. We'll see if Golding's gun works. He's still trying to get that loader to work. Now it's working. So Golding peeking around, backed up by Ninos. 2-on-2 as the bodies have been whittled down for both teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there is a body. It looks like with the way Map Chim is moving on the Dorito side that there is no one over there on the Dorito side for the Ironman.
There's no one. And Ninos gets shot out of his spot. Map Chim able to make his way up on the D side, puts Alan Golding in a real bad position now as he's going to push forward and loses his hopper again.
They're making shorter rotors over there? Well, you know, I think Alan's in a good spot right now because it would seem that the player for Thunder right here doesn't really know where Alan is in the snake. And where Map Chim is, he can't see Alan. He has no idea where he's at. He's over on the snake side. So this Thunder needs to communicate a little bit here. And this player for Thunder needs to yell over to Map Chim like,
well,
hey, man.
Map Chim's about to shoot Golding in the side as Map had just pushed up past the 50-yard line. If he didn't actually break one on, he definitely bounced him. Golding's still alive and then finally gets taken out. So nice job by the old school veteran here for Thunder, Map Chim on that D side to get those kills.
Yeah, and you can tell right now that Thunder just has no idea what the kill count, the elimination count is. Map Chim is still looking for bodies in the Ironman side of the field.
Well, same story here as we just saw with AC Dallas, as they were able to put their first point on the board to keep it close with San Diego Dynasty. So now it's 2-1, as it looked like the Ironmen starting to run away with it early with their first 2 points, and they won those ones pretty solid. And then now Thunder, again, Map Chim just continuing to impress. As we see there, yeah, this Golding.
Here's the one thing I was going to say, yeah, if you're asking for a check, don't do it out in the open where you can get shot. At least kind of get into the bunker a little bit where you got some cover.
Paintball 101, dude, take cover.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're not going to get any penalty for just protecting yourself. Let the ref come in there and do his job.
Well, but you know what's interesting, though? Because you played in Europe. We played in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Having with Golding, the refs are stricter in overseas than they are here. So that's something that Golding's going to have to learn to deal with.
Yeah.
And there is Map Chim, the hero in that last point.
I learned yesterday from Corey Field that Map Chim wears 4 layers at practice. And they're like, man, we can never, you know, Map says he never gets bounced. He doesn't feel it. Because he's always got 4 layers on it. And I was like, Map, you are wearing a hoodie right now. He's like, yep, 4 layers, bro.
So now here on the breakout, San Diego Dynasty with a good crossfield spread to see if they can get 5 alive this time. It looks like they do. A much more aggressive breakout for AC Dallas, but they lose a body. And it looks like Blake Yarber is going to die for Dynasty in D1. So 4-on-4. A little under 9 minutes to go, and another body. Looks like Jesse Stevens. He's going to get his eye dotted, and that's going to be a minor penalty on young Jesse Stevens.
Not really agreeing with that penalty right there. That was a quick draw by the ref. As Jesse took one ball in the loader, the ref called him out. He turned and looked at it and gave him that. So definitely going to put the odds in Dynasty's favor right now with that penalty, blowing open the whole snake side. Alex Rodriguez not playing like he wants to go to the snake. He's playing both sides of that snake insert bunker there, right on the left-hand side of your screen.
Another middle specialist, A-Rod, playing here, shading towards the snake because they lost Kyle Spica. So good for Alex to get a good read and react. Ryan Greenspan right behind him as well, staying alive here in this point.
Yeah, and Alex just called out the G3, so 3 eliminations. And it looks like Dynasty right now, Marcelo, Ryan, And Alex does not want. Oh,
Ryan is
Greenspan.
really, you could see in his body language, frustrated.
I heard that tink all
yeah,
over here.
It was off camera, but Ryan got dinked out trying to make a little fill from the stand-up temple, and that forces A-Rod now to push into the snake, and he's going to be able to clean this one up. He should just coast into this one right here. Now they're trying to pick him up. That's going to open things up on the opposite side of the field, though. So just one player left alive, and he's going to push into the gun and see if he can get it to make it, and not able to do it.
Yeah.
So nice job by A-Rod to pick it up for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah, and I do wonder if Ryan's going to have some words with Alex about that, because that was the one thing I said. A-Rod could have made that move a lot sooner. There really was no one stopping him, unless he was a little off in the count, but it didn't seem like it. And that would have allowed, instead of Ryan to make that move back where he got shot to the back center, he could have just pushed A-Rod all the way down the snake side. As that penalty took out
typically it would be
the center.
Ryan, you're right. Typically it'd be Ryan making that move. You can see Spica talking to the referee. Spica came out early, so, but still a good point. I think that was Marcelo Margot over there on the D side for San Diego Dynasty. So it looked like that was Marcelo. It was definitely A-Rod as the two players left alive to finish someone out for Dynasty. But you could see the frustration starting to sink in for Ryan Greenspan, as that's the third point here in 5 points of play that he's got dinked out. So you're going to have to try to figure out what that is.
Yeah, looking at the pits right now.
So was that Blake? I couldn't see if that was Blake or Marcelo over there.
It was Marcelo.
Yeah, I thought
Marcelo's
it was
got the white KLRs on his face.
Yeah.
There he is right there.
Yeah.
You can see the little
It was Marcelo. So
white ears he's got.
Yeah, just awesome job by Marcelo to stay alive and all that. Thunder down by 1 to the Ironmen, 8:12 to go. So lots of game time left here, as we've seen a lot of quick points so far on this pretty fast layout.
Yeah, Corey Field off the break, shooting towards that snake side. He bounces the Ironman player heading out to the corner. They do lose. Is that Mikey Lou? Thunder losing a body coming off the field. 24 taking the walk for Thunder. So one body down. You can see the presence. They're up at the wall.
Yeah, it's Devin for one of the new pickups for Seattle Thunder.
Gomez working it. Bobby Vilas makes it fill out to the Dorito can. We'll see if he gets the call. Now Bobby goes all the way out to the Dorito corner. Top right-hand middle side of your screen there. You can see the spread for the Ironman. Snake insert, snake tower, Dorito corner, snake corner, and Dorito 2. Now into Dorito 3, Greg Sewers making his presence known over there.
Oh, ref coming in to check out Golding.
But he just wants to make sure his loader's tight.
Yeah, just coming over. Hey, man, you got your loader on tight this game? Because you looked like you were struggling with that last point. So he's good and he's clean. Ironman pushing up on the D side. That forces Gomez to put his gun that way and back up to take a little bit better cover there in that center 50 you can see on your screen, dead center.
Right, and it's interesting because the Ironmen have is now they have a 3 on no one. Gomez is the only body, you can kind of say, on the snake side, and Mike Paxton to make his way to the center tower.
Hey, you know what though, Nick?
Corey Field gets taken out.
I like what I'm seeing out of the Ironmen though. That's smart right now. I mean, this is, again, it's a new team, right? So I'd rather see smart, conservative play out of them right now, especially when they're in a high body situation, than reckless guys just cannonballing down the field and trying to take big bites.
No, I'm with you. And I was going to lead into that to say, they have 3 bodies stacked over here. Allen in the snake insert. They had Ninos in the corner and Paxton in the tower. Waiting to see when they would make that move into the snake. I know Todd values our feedback as much as possible. So what he can't see from the pit, he'll definitely come back and rewatch this, and we'll tell him all this stuff that we're seeing.
So there, you're looking. There's Golding and Ninos.
Eventually the monster. Don't go fucking running down the field. The guy's been in the monster every fucking game.
Yeah, so
there you go.
They're very well-spoken. Todd Martinez.
Right to the point.
Well, it's true though. They did that. That was exactly what I want to see out of the Ironmen. They talked it up. They knew the count. They made smart moves. They didn't get ahead of themselves, just running down the field. And now back into this game here, AC Dallas and Dynasty. Looks like 2 bodies coming off early right now for AC Dallas.
Yeah, Matt Jackson getting shot in the break, and I think that was Ryan Hall getting pulled because he left early. We got to see their breakout on your screen, and I think he lifted his gun up a little bit too quickly before the horn. So another body for AC taking the walk, so there's 2 bodies left alive.
Dynasty not losing any time to get Alex Frazier, captain of the team, into Snake 2. Now he's going to creep up to Snake 3.
Yeah, Brad McCurley getting shot now in the Doritos. So just Looks like John Jackson, the lone soldier, and he gets to get shot. And right away, Greg Pauly, coach of AC Dallas, going to go ahead and concede that point to give Dynasty a 3-point lead. It will be 4-1. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in regulation. So we'll get a replay here brought to you by Carbon Paintball of the AC breakout. Now watch the gun on the, yeah, he definitely brought his gun up pretty quick. I think that's Ryan Hall, and the ref immediately is going to run in there. And there he comes, streaking in. Matt Jackson getting shot in the face.
It's tough. You want to get a good start. I mean, the quicker you can whip that gun around, obviously, the faster you got paintballs heading to your opponents. But that's the risk that you run when you try to jump the gun.
Yeah, and I'm looking over to my left here. Boom. Got their different jerseys on. No longer in red, but gray. Looking good.
Yeah, so we're going to see Boom take on the Russian Legion in the next set with X Factor taking on PC Katana. Still in this Ironman Thunder and Dynasty AC Dallas split deck matchups. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Some slower points. The Ironman and Thunder. Ironman up by 2. Ironman in the red and black. And looks like the Ironman lose a body.
Out of the back center. I think that was Gomez shooting through the wall. Both teams now up there at the wall. One body advantage for Thunder. We'll see if Gomez goes around and takes out. Not sure who that is for the Ironman up there. It's not Keith a bit. But one body advantage for Thunder. You can see those players right there on the same side of the field. Looks like they're both shooting their guns. Here comes a move by the Ironman.
Nice little run through there.
Yeah, right away.
The Ironman clears out Gomez, and I do like how Gomez is playing up there, and that was Jerry Caro. So Jerry Caro getting a spin, making the most of it, made it to the center 50 off the break alive, held it down in there, and then ran Gomez down. So if I'm Todd, that's
penalty on the Ironman.
Not bad, but this is bad, as a minor penalty assessed on, it looks like Greg. Yeah, so Greg's going to draw a minor. That takes out Avilis and leaves just Ninos left alive here. So Ironman, looks like they're probably going to drop a point if Thunder can close. Map Chim doing a good job again on that D side. So Ninos a little frustrated with how things shook out for the Ironman in that point. But if you're a Thunder fan, got to be pretty happy with this matchup so far, as they are now down just by 1 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Scotty Knight doing a good job on the other side for Thunder. He played pretty well at practice yesterday.
I like how Scotty Knight plays, man. And Knight's been around for a while. Pretty aggressive guy, decent gunfighter. You know, he's a gamer, man. I like Knight. Great name too, Scotty Knight.
I was going to say
good
more fan
paintball
of the day, but yeah. And that's Knight as in like old Knight.
Yeah, as in like knights in armor.
Yeah. That'd be a fun with a genealogy. What would be the ancestry route, like to look up your name? How that, you know, I wonder how that came about.
Oh, how? Well,
you know what I mean?
it typically would be what your profession was.
Right. So
if
that's
you
what I'm
were
saying. Like
Miller. Yeah. So like my last name is Marshall. Marshals were either officers of the king, but originally it was take care of horses.
Of the king?
Well, you were basically like a. There's different. Everyone's. It's just. You're right. It's very interesting.
Yeah, to get off topic there, AC Dallas, though, on that breakout, losing a body, headed out to the snake side. They are up the wall. Alex Rodriguez getting shot in the tank. He's going to take the walk. So 4-on-4. Nice little move by Blake Yarber. He's going to go around Ryan Greenspan and get the Dorito 2 as an AC Dallas player is taking the walk now. Let's see Brad McCurley from that Dorito side and John Jackson from the wall. So 2 bodies at the same time coming off the field. Just TJ, Danner, and it looks like maybe Jesse Stevens left alive, and Danner gets taken out of the Dorito corner. So
Greenspan alive now to the 50-yard line for San Diego Dynasty there on your screen. No one in the snake for either team. Dynasty trying to close this one out, and here comes Greenspan, probably angry about how this game started out for him, looking out for blood, and is able to run down that last player. So nice work by Ryan Greenspan, shaking off those early couple points where he had some early deaths to put another point on the board here for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah, AC Dallas, you know, they had that point. They were up on bodies. They got those early kills. They were good in field position, but just getting dinked out of their spots, you know, and this Greenspan's all smiles now. I still got it. I'm still relevant. So Carbon replay. Here comes Greenspan, going to do a little jump over the ref.
Nice work, Ryan.
Yeah, showing that dexterity.
But again, you know, it's also not surprising. Ryan is, you know, he's
like
one of he's one of the best players in the game, but it's good to see that's another lesson here. What happens? 3 bad deaths. not bad, but early deaths, right? He got dinked out a couple times, got shot off the break, and you could see the frustration setting in as that third time he got shot. But what does he do? Goes in, talks about what was wrong, comes out, has a great point.
What does he do? He gets out of the back center, goes to the judo side.
Well, we would always say with Ryan, hey, Ryan should be the attacker, but no one. We'll get to Ryan and his position on the field with Dynasty, but let's talk about this Ironman Thunder game. Close matchup here. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go. Both teams, bodies up in that center 50, and Probin trying to look for the location to launch. Try to get an angle out of that, those back bunkers.
Yeah, Gomez might see him here. Oh, does he? Does he get him? No, but they both players switch to the same side of the field, so we'll see who goes and takes the move and initiates the launch. It looks like Gomez is going to wait for the Ironman player to come around and do so. So the first deaths in this matchup are going to be up there at the wall. I think that was Keith DeVitt. And Gomez trading out. So there's a spread for the Ironman. Snake Tower, that's the widest body out this way. Back center shooting this shot. Looks like the Dorito Tower, or excuse me, Dorito can shoot across. So that's Bobby Aviles, and they have a body. It's Greg Sievers in the Dorito too.
Both teams just focusing on that center and on the D side here for the game plan in this point, ignoring that snake. No one in the snake for either team, but both teams have that presence there. You can see on that D side. Better field position right now for Thunder as they are in D2. Ironman just in D1.
Yeah, the thing I think that has to happen right now, because the Ironman and Thunder are mirrored up on the snake side, back center to back center, and snake tower to snake tower. Who's going to make that first move to try and get towards the snake? That's at least what I'm expecting. You know, Bobby Aviles and it looks like Map Chim are both in those Dorito cans, and they're shooting cross. And here's a move out of the back center by the Ironman to go up to that center tower.
Yeah, so interesting. Golding got picked up to play the snake, and he's been in there multiple points, but now Coach Todd Martinez, I like it too. I like it too. So Golding now cutting into the center, and Ninos is going to get up another bunker, insert bunker on the snake side.
Yeah, a big move being made all the way to the Dorito 3 by the Ironman. So the Ironman taking the initiative here and making the moves and staying alive.
So some of the longest points that we've seen collectively here so far, we haven't really seen a lot of paintball yet, as we're only in the second set, as it looks like Morales?
Yeah, Morales. Pod back to Corey Field.
Yeah. So
I don't see Corey Field around the paint too often.
Well, Morales is another guy that, if you've been watching the game for a while, you've heard us talk a lot about Brandon Morales. Brandon Morales is an aggressive phenom coming out of the Pacific Northwest, and we've really been looking to him to step up and emerge to be the player that we know he can be. And he's really started to look like that finally. So, you know, every tournament's a test for him to see if he can keep honing his skills. And this could be a big one for him, is getting beat into the field position. Is Ironman able to get Golding into the snake, or no, get Ninos into the snake. And then here comes a penalty. Now, was that penalty on Morales? No, I think it was on Corey Field.
It's hard to tell because Morales might have took one on the inside and he's checking himself.
Yeah, both of them were walking off looking at the ref confused. So, unfortunate turn of events here as Map Chim, the last player left alive. Man, Map is playing so consistently tight. He's playing aggressive. I mean, how many times was Map the last guy left alive at World Cup in the points they would lose?
He was the guy pulling out those points, those low bodies.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was I think he pulled off a couple 2-on-1s.
Yeah.
Map against Dynasty. You know,
Map's playing some of the best. I played with Map on Excessive. I played against him when he was on Dynasty and the Naughty Dogs. I feel in the past, you know, the second half of last season, he's playing some of the best paintball that I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, so it was Morales to get that shot. He got shot right in the hand. He turns. Lucky he didn't get a major penalty there. Ref sees that, runs in, going to say Corey, and like, hey, bro, not on my watch. Morales the whole like, what? I've done that. What are you talking about, man? No way.
That hit? This hit on my hand?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't even feel that.
Still there? Crap.
On the breakout now, AC Dallas, see if they can get some offense rolling here against San Diego Dynasty. They haven't been able to find it yet. 2 bodies walking off for AC Dallas, so not a good start to them as Dynasty goes heavy guns again. So different breakouts in this set, more conservative breakouts from these teams than in the first set. Now, Matt Jackson is forced to move in as they lost too many bodies. AC Dallas playing on their heels right now. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, and a huge 4-point lead right now for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty with those kills in the break, not having to do much, kind of locking things down, just playing that tight, consistent paintball. Spica making a move to the snake insert. I do like, so the one thing I'm looking at here with this, I think I call this Ryan Hall here, this thing for AC Dallas. There's no one wide, and they now allow Spica to film the snake. He could have done a job of crawling down that tape to put more cross pressure on Dynasty's Dorito side. Matt Jackson does get into the wall, and if Spica's not careful, because I'm not sure that Dynasty knows he's there, and he comes up.
Well, we're also at a point right now, Nick, where AC needs to be winning quick points. They don't have time to slow play a point. They have to start making aggressive moves as they're down by 4 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here. Dynasty knows this, which is why Dynasty is tightening it up. And all that AC Dallas is seeing right now, for the most part, is just the tips of barrels and the edges of goggles.
Oh, and look at this. Spica gets taken out from a bounce shot in the snake.
That's a good kill for AC Dallas. So we'll see. You know, we just talked about
Alex Frazier getting shot trying to make his move out to the snake corner.
So this is the opportunity that AC needed, as evening up the body count right now. They have to find the move. They don't have time to just chill in their bunkers and try to win gunfights. They have to try to push through guns, put a guy in and go, because they have 4 points to make up just to tie this up with under 4 minutes to play.
And I think it's a 2-on-2 right now, as Danner gets taken out on the Dorito side. So it's Matt Jackson at the wall for AC Dallas, looking. It's either Yosh and Brandon Short for Dynasty. I'm not too sure. Oh, Greenspan.
Yeah,
It's
Ryan
gonna be Greenspan and Yosh.
Greenspan in the stand-up temple. Brandon Short in the stand-up can. And you're there looking at the top 5 kill count leaders here for the match stats. All tied up. A-Rod, John Jackson, and Ryan Greenspan with 5 kills, trailing right behind Alex Frazier with 4.
So there's Greenspan on your screen.
Even if Dynasty loses this point, though, they're doing a good job of grinding the time down. And what a great fill by Ryan Greenspan. Perfectly timed. Ryan Greenspan gets out to the back corner bunker. And a move being made by Brandon Short. He tries to blow it open. He turns it into a one-on-one. This is exactly what Greenspan wanted to happen. Beautiful move by Brandon Short.
Yeah, Greenspan can just sit there now. Does a little jump shot.
Just sit there and make the guy run you down. AC Dallas, they have to push. They have no choice.
Yeah, Matt Jackson not happy with that Brandon Short move. He's in the pit screaming his head off right now. He's looking for a penalty. And here goes Ryan Greenspan. Look at this textbook, man.
Ryan Greenspan checking to see if he was hit on that run.
I don't think he's hit.
I mean, regardless, it's that still
wait,
just
hit.
It doesn't matter. He did get, looks like he did get shot, but picture perfect. Now, just 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this match, and with that point spread, I mean, that long point and that great fill and that awesome run through by Brandon to pull it to a one-on-one, I mean, that pretty much sealed the win here for San Diego Dynasty.
And, you know, Brandon could make that move because Ryan filled out to the corner to split the guns.
30 seconds.
AC Dallas was crossed. Matt Jackson looking over Ryan Greenspan. And I think there's Spica.
Yeah, and it just, yes, exactly.
Hey, we already said that, Spica.
Yeah, what Spica said.
Jeez, man.
That's exactly what they just did. They burned a lot of that time off, and that's key. You know, that's
That's
that high-level paintball IQ. What, you know, it's always about situational awareness, right?
It's like in driving. Get the big picture.
So now 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go. A much closer game here. Just 2 points separates these teams. We'll see if Thunder can get a good break and try to mount a comeback. But aggressive play from the Ironmen as they send Golding into the snake. No, it's actually, who's that?
Scotty Graham?
Yeah, it was Scotty Graham. So Scotty Graham gets a spin here for the Ironmen, and they use his wheels to get in the snake off the brakes. Nice job, a little contribution here for Scotty Graham. See if they can hold it down, though, as they're going to try to do the same thing Dynasty just did and grind that time off.
Yeah, it's Scotty Graham. Peppered in the head because, hey, there's a wall.
So Graham just taking a little bit too big of a bite. I like the aggressive mindset. However, again, what did we just talk about? Situational awareness. You're up by 2. There's only 1 minute and 30 left in the game. You already made it into the snake. You do not need to engage recklessly.
Yeah,
and what a great shot, though.
What a great shot. What a great shot by, if that's Gomez up there, just to have a feel for where Scotty Graham was in the snake.
Hey, Gomez is stepping up, though, right?
Oh, absolutely, man.
I mean, team's losing, but I like the play we're seeing out of Gomez in that center.
To not have Jordan, who did a fantastic job all last season. I would easily say one of the top 5, maybe top 3 wall players.
Absolutely, I couldn't
Easily.
agree more. I was a huge fan of Mitchell Jordan's aggressive and creative play in the center. I mean, he was up there absolutely top 3. Looks like now, but Gomez gets shot out, and then here comes Mikey Lou. Mikey Lou's gonna get a free kill. So Golding, no, is that Ninos? Yeah, Ninos.
And look at this.
Ninos just completely drops the ball and dives on the opposite side of the bunker.
He just
no
crawled right
idea that
into
Mikey Lou was there. Mikey Lou gets a free one.
And he shoots Bobby Beals cross field. Now he's going to shoot Greg Sewers, it looks like.
Well, now Golding, he dips down low and tries to run the highway. Got to be careful not to get a penalty here as he gets taken out, but Lou gets shot. So a little bit of chaos at the end of this point. Todd's starting to lose his mind here in the pits. You can hear him screaming at his players, and rightfully so, because they definitely made some mental mistakes here, but there is still
look at this.
Greg Sewers left alive on the D side through all that chaos to help win the game for the Los Angeles Ironmen.
You see Greg?
But he needs to run in and hit that buzzer. There he goes. I was going to say, you need that point spread.
Yeah.
Game finished.
Wow, I thought Mikey Lou shot Greg. He had a clear line on Greg making the move to the Dorito 3. And even though the Ironmen are going to pull it out.
By not talking, not fucking figure it out, and doing stupid shit.
Always parental advisory every time that we go to Todd Martinez. But he's fired up for a reason. Todd started his pro career on the Ironman, and he's a SoCal guy originally. And he has a lot of pride in that Ironman name. And it's been a long, hard road for the Ironmen, trying to going through multiple looks, try to rebuild their squad, multiple coaches. You see one of the legends from that team, Billy Wing, one of the best players to ever play for the Ironmen, and that's saying something, to try to rebuild the squad. So here he goes. Ninos gets in there, has no idea, and why is that? Because they didn't talk. And that's what Todd was angry about. And Todd's going to stay on him until he sees perfect paintball, and that's what you want out of a coach.
So on the breakout, Alex Rodriguez getting shot. As we're back with AC Dallas and Dynasty. Dynasty on your screen, down one body, 5-on-4 in favor of AC Dallas. See Dynasty there, the Snake Tower, back center. And the Dorito can, that's AC Dallas on your screen. 4-point swing for them. It doesn't look like, I think Paulie might have conceded the fact that this game's over, because if I'm down by 4, I'm not going to sit 2 bodies in the back center off the break.
Absolutely not.
At least,
well,
let's shoot on the break from the back center.
I would do that.
Make those
I would
fills,
do
man.
that if the team that I was playing against, if they were going constantly wide, constantly aggressive. That's why you want that double up, heavy guns.
No, I agree
but not
with
when
you.
you're down by 4 with less than a minute and a half to go.
And they clearly saw. We're gonna have a double fill to the corner here. What are we doing? The Jackson brothers gotta get in sync. Matt Jackson just sitting out in the open. He goes back. He scrambles back to the tower.
Well, that was unconventional.
I guess it worked, you could say.
Well, he's still alive.
Still alive, but they gotta get.
But going the wrong way.
Yeah.
AC Dallas is moving laterally. They need to move forward, and now Matt Jackson is able to do it, but too little too late here. 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go, down by 4, and it is just not looking good here for AC Dallas. Them only able to put up 1 point thus far through regulation time. And Dynasty giving AC Dallas a bunch of different looks.
Yeah,
they had Alex Frazee was all over the place, and some standout play by pretty much almost everyone on the crew from San Diego Dynasty had a pretty good matchup. Even Ryan Greenspan, who started off a little rough, was able to pick it up. So now AC mounting this last second push.
Yeah,
but like we said, too little too late, Nick.
Yeah, Matt Jackson wins the gunfight with Spica, but Dynasty fell out to the corner. Frazee, no, I'm sorry, that looks like Marcelo. He's going to get pinched, but Dynasty in both corners, and with the time obviously on the clock, here comes Greenspan going to run the highway.
Going to smoke
Switch and shoot the
Jackson
wall,
and
no
then
one looked at
smoke
him.
the
Switch
guy in
everybody.
the center. What a beautiful move by Ryan Greenspan, Nick. I mean, it doesn't look any better than that. Talk about timing all the time. That's timing right there.
Yeah, and this just a lapse on AC Dallas, because John Jackson was calling the move in the snake side, and their wall player, if that's Ryan Hall, never switched off the Dorito side from the wall.
Well,
maybe Matt could have said, "Hey, check out my front."
But that's what's tough when you are pushing forward recklessly, aggressively. You're trying to score last-second points. That's what happens. Lanes start to get dropped, and smart players will look for that opening.
Greenspan.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times, if you're a younger player out there and you want to try to elevate your game and move to that next level, then that's the way you do it. That's one of the things that you need to work in to your repertoire, is to be able to pull out moves like Ryan Greenspan just did. That when you have people pushing at you, they're trying to figure out where should I go from here. They're trying to look at the constantly evolving variables, and it was just beautiful. Beautiful job by Ryan Greenspan. as even though Ryan Greenspan had some early deaths at the start of this game, still able to get 10 kills that last run through, putting him above Matt Jackson with 9 confirmed kills. So that's a great game by Matt Jackson. Too bad he didn't really get much help out there. Alex Rodriguez, not a lot of points played for him, but still 5 kills, and great job by Alex Frazier. Kind of played on both sides, played on the D side, played on the Snake side, and we're looking at Greenspan talk to Spicker right now in the Dynasty pit.
Yeah, shout out to Victor, AZ Elite out there, helping the Dynasty boys get potted up.
Yeah, so congratulations to the Los Angeles Ironmen and San Diego Dynasty as they take the victory here against AC Dallas and Seattle Thunder. Don't go anywhere. Next up, got Moscow Russian Legion going to be taking on Boom, and San Antonio X Factor taking on PC Katana. Legion needs to step it up. This is a big test for Boom, as they're going to be playing one of the top teams out here, as Moscow Legion 5th overall last season in 2016, and they took 2nd at the World Cup to the emerging legends of Edmonton Impact. What a great story there. We'll see Impact this afternoon. Also thanks to Carbon Paintball. Make sure to head to their website, carbonpaintball.com. They have 15% store-wide, and one of the best packs I've ever seen. They got this little, it's essentially like, remember the old school Reebok pumps? Well, they brought that technology here onto the packs. It's got a little pump on the side and the release valve there, and incredibly light.
Very
pack
light.
Weighs in at slightly over 1 pound.
Yeah,
So
I think again, these pods are heavier than the pack.
yeah. So yeah, it's been a good start here to the 2017 Las Vegas Open. Really looking forward to seeing some of the favorites play this afternoon. I can't wait to see what the new lineup for it's okay when it's not really new lineup, but with a couple new additions to Edmonton Impact. Their first game is going to be Houston Heat, so it doesn't get any better than that. Houston Heat with some additions as well, and Houston Heat, not the season they wanted to have last year. They did win an event at the Nashville Open, taking 4th overall and 4th at the World Cup. So stick with us here. A sunny day in Las Vegas. We're going to be back here on GoSports.com.